Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday Motivation. You've had Drew the last few weeks. I apologise that I've not been here, but I actually do know that he's better at this sort of stuff than me. He gives you the very wise and calming words. He always makes me feel very calm when I speak to him. And instead, you get the peppy, upbeat, oh my goodness, isn't everything going on in the world right now? And how are we all reacting to it? So today I thought I would just pick on a couple of things. You may have seen from our Saturday email that we're going to open up an off license in the middle of December to the end of January, an alcohol-free off license, which will sell all of the low and no drinks. And quite frankly, I'm petrified. Don't tell Lucy and Drew this. You know, we're running full pelt to produce something else again in a very short amount of time. And I was thinking about this because as as autumn comes and we know that we're heading towards winter, we tend to want to hunker down and feel comfortable and feel warm and feel like we're slightly hibernating for the winter and that we want to be in a safe and a reassured place as the weather changes. And in reality, if you're changing your drinking, if you're planning to reflect on it and do something differently, or you're planning to open up an alcohol-free off license, what you're doing is you're throwing yourself into a state of chaos and change at a time of year when we seem to want to change less. And I was reflecting on why that's such a bold decision, because it would be really easy now at nearly the middle of November to go, you know what, I'll just put everything off that's about change till next year, and I'll do what I want to do for the next few months, because we're getting to a place and a time of year where we want to treat ourselves because it's Christmas. So I'll just put it all off to next year. And I would say, don't throw yourself in at the deep end. Do what I'm doing and set up a shop with very little time to spare, and throw caution to the wind and do something brave and bold and courageous. And if that's thinking about your drinking, there are very good reasons why you should do that now. Firstly, if you started changing your drinking now, then you will have like 2.5 months alcohol free or having changed your drinking before you even get to New Year. And there's something quite amazing about that. It's like feeling like you've got a superpower, because you will start the new year not with here's the thing I've been putting off the last few months and now I'm going to set it up as a New Year's resolution. You're going to go, right, I've already got 2.5 months of learning under my belt, or 2.5 months alcohol free under my belt. I've learned a lot over this time. So instead of setting a hard resolution that's about another thing that might feel very challenging, you can instead say, right, I need to spend New Year's Eve reflecting instead. I will reflect on the last 2.5 months and decide where my future is in terms of my relationship with alcohol. That feels very different. It feels like you've got some evidence to base a decision on, that decision isn't like this cut and dry New Year cutoff that everybody puts on their New Year's resolutions, and you've already got some time of some change under your belt. The other reason why it feels like a superpower is because you would have done probably one of the most difficult times of year without drinking, or without drinking as much, which again, if you can get through Christmas without drinking, then you can manage all the rest of the year. And although that might sound like a great sacrifice, I can tell you Christmas without drinking is absolutely amazing. You get so much more packed into your time. You spend so much more valuable time with people. You do things you would never have thought of because you're continually hungover. You get to add more into your social calendar because it frees up a lot more time, and you get to be present, not presents, but present. So it might even be worth now jotting down all of the benefits of going wild and doing some change at this time of year that may seem incredibly counterintuitive to everyone else, but would actually be really good for you. It will always come back for me to the fact that there was never a good time to change your drinking. So now, today, is as good a time as any So get on with it. So take some time to, think about the next few months, what you would like from them. This Christmas, because we didn't have a great Christmas last year, I want to spend some time traveling around and seeing friends and family that I didn't get to see. I want to do some special things and make new memories with children and friends. I want to spend some time picking really nice presents that mean something, that aren't going to, kill the environment with loads of extra tut, or mean that I feel like I'm missing out because there's things missing from the supermarket shelves. In fact, I might even make some things. Why don't you write all the things that you would like with this generous amount of time that you're about to give yourself? Reflect on what it is that you want to do, and then set some time aside just for yourself at the start of January, where you're not writing a list of 101 New Year's resolutions around changing your drinking, getting fitter, losing weight, or anything like that, but instead saying my New Year's resolution is to sit down on New Year's Day and reflect on what I've learned over the last few months and decide where I'm going forward with my drinking habits. Give yourself the gift of some reflection rather than lots of really hard, unachievable tasks that you couldn't possibly all do at one time. And that's why I think this is a great time to start thinking about change. So fight those instincts to hunker down and put everything off to the new year. Decide you're going to do something bold and courageous and kind for yourself, and make some steps today. And then come and visit me in the shop, because I want it to be a success and I want you to try new drinks. And it means I get to see you all. So look out for news of the shop. If you've not seen it, it's on our email, and we will begin to start sharing it on social media, and there'll be a link so you can sign up for more information. But in the meantime, take care of yourself. Remember, you're not on your own. We're all here to hold you, take care of you, give you advice and support. There's a whole community here, not just me, but lots of other people who've all got something to give you in terms of your journey going forward. Bold, courageous, do it today. Well, that sounded really weird, didn't it? Do it today, like buy a villa in the south of Spain. Do it today. You want to. That's not what I meant. I meant like do stuff, make stuff happen. You can do it.